Lincoln right now is exploding. We have more and more students coming into the district, and especially at the elementary level. My first grades have 24 students, and one of my second grade classrooms has 26 students. It's getting a little crowded, and we'd like to get a smaller student-to-teacher ratio. The other reason we need additional space is we are bringing more and more students back into district. So we want our children with special needs to have time with their typical peers, to have some social skills modeling, some ability to integrate and participate in the activities that their neighbors are participating in. So with those programs, however, we get OT, PT, speech services, and then they need space to deliver those services. Right now, OT and PT, some days I have them in the hallway, some days they're in the library, another day I may have to move them to the gym. We keep having to move them, and as a result, the materials are not always available, etc. So we could really use some additional space so we can bring the student-to-teacher ratio down and gives kids a little wiggle room. Right now you're in a classroom that will be starting the year with 26 students. As you can see, it gets a little tight. We were even trying to figure out the configuration to make sure kids can move, but what happens if it's time to go a fire drill? They both bring their chairs out, we're bumping into each other. So we also talked about the cubbies. We had to get additional space for cubbies. It's tight in there, so we had to have 26 cubbies for the children, and for safety reasons, we'd like the children to each have their own cubby. And then if I bring you over to the rug, again, if I take you to the section, it's difficult to fit 26 children comfortably so they can do their activities on the smartboard, they have their reading centers. So it really would be nice if I could make the classes a little bit smaller so kids can get the individualized attention that they do.
Washington School needs a new playground for our pre-K students. Currently, our playground is designed for students who are 5 through 12 years old, so it's inappropriate, and therefore our preschool students cannot use it. We also need a playground for them so that they can develop their gross motor and fine motor skills, and also their social skills at an appropriate level for them.
It would be fantastic if we had that additional space between Washington and Lincoln, that if we ever had, and we've had it in the past, where we have a bubble year, where we have a large group of students, that we could make an additional class and we could adjust the borders if needed or shift children so we can continue to keep a smaller teacher-to-student ratio. Washington benefits, and so does Lincoln with that situation. We also don't know if we're going to need a special education classroom so that the children that have started their time here at Lincoln or Washington can continue on, that those students that have come for kindergarten and now progress to first and second grade, we want to keep them and with their typical peers for third grade, but we need to have that space to do that.